Guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. This video is from our spring tough truck challenge. This currently is Kyle. So this is our hill climb. This is going to be just a single part long video of all of the runs. So we got Dana here, running the big tire class. Um, Bouncing up with his four-wheel steer Ford, and this thing's dialed. Watching this dude work the controls with this rear steer setup and just how smooth he is with it. Just super fun to watch. So this was a little different than most years. We got JJ's 8x8 here. We've never had like a turn down like this, which, as you can see from Dana's run, was pretty treacherous. So we moved on to the mini Rubicon here. This obviously isn't everyone's runs. There wasn't a whole lot of people who showed up, or at least stayed through the whole event. It was super hot and humid. I think it was in like 93 this day. So just doing a couple runs per, event. So this is Dana again, working that rear steer on this mini Rubicon course. So I believe this one's 10 gates, and it was a challenge. That's for sure. Seeing Dana having the winch here. Getting up. That spot right there got a lot of people. Some of these gates were significantly harder than others, but still were all a challenge. So I did get some video of my runs on this tough truck challenge, which I haven't really gotten much in the past. So you'll get to see those. Dana making his way through gate 4. Maybe there's only 6 gates here. Either way, it was tough. So I think there was only like 2 people who entered. 1 or 2 people entered in the 1.9 class, and everyone else entered the 2.2 class. So I had to come up that, but then make an immediate 90, which GoPro doesn't really do justice for how tough of a corner this is. Just you're going down, but then it's also like offset or angled, and it really proved to be a challenge. You can see Dana there working his rear steer, some of the course crumbling away, which definitely didn't make it any easier. Such a tough. And tumble. And there is no hand of gods or anything in this. And the tough truck challenges. So if you fall off like that, you have to, drive back around. If you roll over, you have to self-right. That's why it's pretty important to have a winch or at least a kinetic cable. I definitely learned that after one of my first events. So Dana winching out here. This dude's got the winching down, so if you see there, he intentionally went around his cab to kind of keep himself pulled that way. Which is such a gangster move, if you ask me. Just, yeah, up and around his cab so that way he stayed up, you know. Again, man, it was just such a G move. And that's the finish. So 5 gates. Here's me running the optic. I ran this on the last TTC and was able to obtain first. So decided to run it again. For those of you guys who are new to the channel, this is my RTR optic, deluxe shocks, machined gears in the axles, stock trans Fusion Pro, an SDR CRS 800, and then Reef's IS 800 internal spool winch, and I'm running 2.2 tusks on it right now. I don't normally run tusks or 2.2s on the optic except for like this event. Usually I run 1.9 Baja Pros. These tusks have alt foams in them. Give me that little bit of extra, you know, stability and support while climbing. So, and you know, this truck is definitely not like designed for you know, TTCs, but it does pretty well. When you put it on the 2.2s, it kind of gives you that extra belly clearance. But this is just such a hard obstacle. As you saw Dana earlier, even with 4-wheel steer, fought to get up this. So, up to the top, got my winch cable, you know, readjusted on a kinetic line. So, trying to get up here for gate 4. And of course, I rolled it. So, pulling a Dana, trying to get myself rolled back over. So,
oh no!
Now I'm really a turtle. So, intentionally kind of wrapping it around the axle and the body, and then over. Decided to go. That wasn't going to work, so went under the link and over. If it's going to pull, it should pull me right back over. So things like that are things I would never have thought of before I started doing these TTCs and watching like Dana and some of the like OG Minnesota guys do it. So that's definitely helpful.
Yeah, left side's probably your best line.
So this TTC takes place in Egan under the Cedar Bridge. So I'm making my way through 4. Heading over to 5. Just taking my time, trying to be smooth. I burned up a lot of time already, having to recover myself, so Coming here.
15.
I'm just pulling a Dana, hooking cable right away. It's kind of hard to see right now. But I was running out of time, and so I hooked myself right around, and basically once I got lined up, I just yeeted myself through. So that's why my truck ended up all the way over there. So we got Brooklyn running with her Helamon. This is like the first time I have personally seen one actually crawling in person. And I gotta say, it did pretty well. So this is the truck pull. This is, instead of actually doing like a weighted sled, this is actually pulling a truck. Just a completely dead. I think this is a quad buster. So through a course. So this is tough, just because, like, this thing's just dead behind you, so it's gonna, it pulls where it follows you pretty well, but it's still just completely pulling another truck. So this area got a lot of people. So there's my run. Making my way through, trying to just be smooth. So, got all the momentum. Then it became disconnected somehow. Had so much momentum going into that area, and then became disconnected, so I had to rehook, and I just lost all my momentum. So, this is the tank trap. This is a 20-gate nightmare. Got JJ starting it off with his 8x8, 4-wheel steer, or I guess 8-wheel steer on capper axles. This thing's just a monster. But, it does have its, I don't want to say flaws, but, like, it's able to climb a lot of things, but if you get in a tight spot, it's definitely tough. So sometimes more isn't better, but dang. I mean, he proves time and time again that this thing's just a beast. And it's super cool. I love this thing. This is such a hard, like, rock to get up. As you can see, even being, I don't know, what, 2 feet long? 2.5 feet long? He's still struggling. So, like, yes, there is advantages, but at the same time, there's disadvantages. But he just kills it with this thing. It's super fun to watch. I did have the pleasure of driving it once, and that was wild. It was definitely like unlike anything I've ever driven before. Doing the reverse entry, or exit, I guess. So that was 13.
What's that? Right down here. Anybody watching there? Up, and then hard left to do a tunnel. Around that dock. Yep.
Yeah, and by this point, I think there's only like 6 of us left. Maybe 7. This was a tough hole to get through. This messed quite a few people up. But yeah, it was hot. It was super hot this day. And this gate, I believe this is the gate that murdered me on my run. We'll see later when we see my run, but yeah, it was gotta say, that's the first time I've seen someone finish a PTC or a tank trap. So here's my run. This thing looks so small compared to JJ's 8x8. So making the way up the rock there, but that hole right there was definitely a challenge. So some big holes here. Thanks to all the guys who helped film my run. I think Dana was filming this one for me. But thanks everyone for help film my runs, because I went down in the hole.
Nice recovery.
This definitely does not help my time.
Oh boy.
So we're just gonna pull kinetic cable here. Like winches and stuff don't count against your time in these events. It's just the time that it takes for you to do it. So there's no penalty on winching or anything like that. So that's nice, but you do gotta consider: is it gonna be worth it to
Whoa. That's not even fair.
is it gonna be worth it to take the time to pull a cable early, or is it gonna be better to sit there and fight it? I don't know. I found myself lately on the side of just pull cable if it's not going to hurt me, or if it's like a 10-second penalty or whatever, and is that 10-second penalty going to be worth more than the 10-second or the 30 seconds it's going to take me to get up it, trying to fight it and just hoping for traction. So it's a trade-off. It's just something you got to kind of set up a strategy for. So I've got myself up thanks to the kinetic rope. This I think this optic is just gonna be like my permanent TTC 2.2 truck. Full send. Going for the jump there. So that was gate 9. We're rolling up on 10 here.
Oh, come on, Rob.
Just bullying our way through here. You guys definitely did a great job of setting up these courses to be just super challenging. I was almost going to say painstaking, but all in all, it's about fun. We're having fun and challenging ourselves. So, making the way through there. Coming on down towards the tunnel. I was looking and feeling pretty confident to this point. I somehow get myself in like a gnarly hole. Like wedged under
Out of this.
rock. So try to pull myself out of it.
There you go.
Just kind of came out of there off that rock too fast, and
A minute and 40 left. A minute 40?
that's what happens.
You're the one I saw drive 17.
So pulling cable, trying to just snap my winch cable from my kinetic rope there out from the rock. It's looking so good up until this point. So here, reverse, get myself flipped over. Call me Austin. 22-point turn. Here I was running out of time. I let the pressure get to me.
Come on. You got 30 seconds left.
Time was running out.
Snap the thing out, man. I just snapped it. What am I doing? I'm out of time, right? You got 10 seconds.
Yeah, and I snapped my cable there. Was able to self-right, but yeah, wasn't able to get past that gate. So nope. So here we got the 2-2 race.
Trying to get into the spot there.
So here we are pulling cable. Again, it's what's worth your time. But it's hard to make those decisions under pressure too. It's You know, because sometimes under pressure, it's just let's go, 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 and you just gotta breathe easy and try to think clearly, which is really hard to do. My first TTC was terrible. But that was like one of my first competitions as well, so I absolutely crumbled under pressure.
Nice work.
If you go back and watch it from a couple years ago,
Pretty damn
I had an SCX-10-2 that I think I was on 485s, Baja Pros at the time. I had just swapped a Fusion Pro in the night before from a coming from a brushed setup, so that was a terrible idea because I was used to just having to floor it everywhere and not having much power to having all the whoop-hows. So, and yeah, the pressure, not having a winch or a kinetic rope. Wow, I was able to make it up the rock there.
Right?
Pulling cable to keep him up on the ledge here. You can see that passenger rear is getting awfully flirty with that edge. And once that goes off, there's not a whole heck of a lot you can do to come back from that. So
Oh, right here?
yeah, my first TTC was absolutely terrible. It was fun. I mean, looking back on it, it was fun. I learned a whole heck of a lot. I think I was more frustrated with myself, and like crumbling under pressure. But I obviously learned from it. So that's a big thing too with events like these. Is just or any event in any comp or event is just learning from it, using it as a tool to better yourself. And so coming down towards the tunnel here, he's coming through pretty smooth. He's got a couple winches, but wow, I might have spoke too soon there. I know I didn't jinx it, but yeah, I might have jinxed it there.
That's what I'm saying. I have to do reverse in order to get forward back.
Gotta get through that gnarly 90, and he's upside. How did he get upside down? Oh,
There you go.
wow,
There you go.
that was
Perfectly in line.
I'm gonna start singing "Oh, it's magic." It was some nice driving. So pulling cable or pulling kinetic. What I should have done is when I got up higher was rehook. But hindsight's 2020. Except I'm gonna learn from it and move on. Gotta be on 4S. So, gate 19 making his way up. Which this was a tough pinch. So he's moving on to gate 20. I'm trying to move out of his way so I don't get...
Reset it. 30 seconds.
Reposition his kinetic there. Finished. Nice driving. So this course, this was a new obstacle. This was the, I remember we called it the frame twister or what, but this was nasty. Absolutely nasty. I don't remember if I'm showed Dana's or not, but he was the first one to go through, and it was like a 6 or 7 minute run. Like, it was tough. Just making it look easy there with the 10-3. He comps that thing a lot. JJ up in there with the 8x8. And you can see there his third axle. Something broke. So he's kind of dragging an axle, and JJ's definitely not one to just quit because of a broken axle. If you've seen one of the last PTC events, he dragged the second axle or the third axle just dead through like 6 or 7 gates on the TTC or on the tank trap, and didn't let it slow him down at all. Like, just full send. I mean, it obviously hung him up and was a challenge, but he made it. So, yeah, definitely not scared to send it. So, and out.
Dude, what? Dude, that is...
So, here I am. Got the optic all ready. Got an idea of what I'm going to do here. And, yeah, I got hung up real nasty, like.
Suggested it. He told me to. Sorry, I did the actual sticking out. Something's broken.
You can hear. There's something just not doing happy stuff there. So, made it through the first half. This is where we find out what's really not happy. Sped it up here because I fought this thing for, it was like 5 minutes, I think. As you can see there, my driver front tire is just literally dragging. It's flat like a skid almost, except for it's not helping me at all. Using my winch in any way possible to pull myself through this, because I didn't want to take a DNF at all. You know, it's tough, fierce competition between these guys, and I was trying to defend my title from last year, so I didn't want it to slow me down, or you know, I didn't want to take a DNF. But I made it. I finished it. I got out. Yeah, I broke the axle housing, the knuckle, axle shaft, just completely shredded the sidewall of the tire. Yeah, it was all not good. So Kyle here in 1.9. He also had something leave the chat. I don't quite remember what it was. That was a new one. Haven't seen anyone roll out of it. So, gonna have to winch himself over. Unfortunately, there's not much to winch to. So, doing the shoelace, winch. Got himself flipped onto the next section. And I think Kyle's rear diff had left the chat at this point. Or something's really unhappy. So I had gone back to the truck or the car and was trying to cobble my truck together enough to be able to run the mud pit. Because again, I didn't want to take a DNF. Part of me wants to get metal housings for this next TTC event, just because after this it showed that yeah, the plastic ones did not last. But that axle had been through absolute abuse. That was the first axle housing I had ever snapped in the optic. So, for those of you guys who have been around my channel for a while, know that I have done nothing but abuse this thing. So Kyle there, pulling his truck out. But yeah, I had done nothing but abuse this truck, this optic. AJ finding a way through to the second pit of doom. But got rolled on the side here. Mud is definitely not like an easy thing to recover from when you flip over. This Wraith's so clean. Just flailing mud. Oh, Oh, it sounds so crunchy. Just covered. Rolling in mud. I was absolutely covered in mud after this event. Not my truck, me. Just from trying to video, and yeah, these little trucks will throw mud pretty impressively. So Dana here, even working that four-wheel steer.
That's really going to be hard to get through in three-wheel drive.
So I appreciate you guys taking the time to tune in. If you're still here, I appreciate you watching the whole video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. I was able to get the optic back together enough to run it three-wheel drive. And you know, I didn't make it far, but I made it just as far as some of the other guys. So with only 3 wheels turning, I can't be mad. But man, cleaning this thing up sucked. Thanks to Cow RC, made it easier. Shameless plug.